What's up guys, Crowsbeak here doing a first take on Dead Island. In this video I'm going to give you my first impressions of the game. I'm going to start doing these for all games that I do guides or what have you, and then later on do a full review and see how the game stacks up after playing it thoroughly. This is the first game of the holiday season, starting us off on a very healthy video game marathon. We got Gears 3, Arkham City, Modern Warfare 3, Battlefield 3, Rage, and Skyrim on the agenda. Going to be a busy 4 months, but let's get down to it. I was kind of worried about this game at first. I was worried it was being hyped up just from an awesome trailer and wouldn't deliver in the end, but I'm glad to say that this isn't the case from my first take with the game. The game is gorgeous. First off, the island is bright, colorful, and full of madness, mayhem, and brain-feasting zombies. You select from 4 characters that has become a standard in zombie survival games, and you get a little bit of backstory in the way of monologue when you select your character. The speeches are a little long in my opinion, but you don't have to listen to them if you don't want to. It has the jump in and jump out cooperative play function, which is a must-have in co-op multiplayer games nowadays. I haven't tried this function yet, so I can't comment on the fluidity of it, but that will definitely be in the full review. The controls are easy to pick up and quickly adapt to if you've played any FPS before. There is no real tutorial to tell you the controls, but it isn't needed since the controls are simple and everything comes pretty self-explanatory in the prologue. The HUD interface is clean, simple, and very minimal on your screen to take you out of or distract you from your massacred island. You have a Ratchet & Clank type weapons select wheel that makes it easy to switch weapons on the fly. You are able to hold several weapons at one time in your inventory and switch weapons out as needed or preference. Weapons wear down over time and eventually become useless and dropped. The combat is kind of shaky at first, turning too far in my panic sporadic waving of my blunt objects, but I found myself targeting the zombies more accurately after a few encounters. The kick is a very useful weapon in your arsenal and integrates very fluidly, going back and forth from swinging your weapon and kicking the zombies off of you. I haven't even touched a gun in the game yet, so we'll see how well the aiming system reacts. But I think the main focus is on the melee. I have no complaints about that so far. I like how I start out with just my bare hands and then get a blunt object. Unlike, Left 4 Dead that starts you out with guns, then you go to melee. It's much more practical this way, and I don't feel like I'm being gypped. Oh, and while I'm on the topic, you must abide by the Zombieland rule number 2. Double tap. Double tap, double tap. A very effective way of finishing off the job. You may knock them down, but they will get back up, so just smash their face in when they're on the ground and be done with it. There is a lot of pillaging to be done in the game, luggage to loot, trash cans, dressers, all sorts of things to find money and useful items in. You can even rob the zombies you kill. They were tourists after all, so they have the stuff on them before they turned into the undead. It makes more sense than the quarters flying out of the infected in Resident Evil Afterlife. You will use these items to upgrade your weapons, upgrade your abilities, or just add to your inventory/arsenal to be used at a later time. I haven't gotten to mess with the upgrade system much yet, but I can see that it will add a depth to your playtime. This will also be covered more thoroughly in the full review. I'm not noticing much ambience in the game so far, but I've only played it for a little over an hour. Hopefully the sounds of the island and music will draw me even further into this cool world. There are going to be a bunch of fun achievements to get, and I'll be putting them up as soon as I get them. Looking forward to playing more of this game and bringing the vids to you guys. Hopefully the game will hold up, and I'm pretty sure it will. That's going to do it for this first take. Let me know if you guys like this type of video. I look forward to doing more and getting them up and out, so take it easy everybody.